and welcome back for another episode of Empowering Intuitives Talk Show. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Michelle Walker. I am a psychic medium and medical intuitive, and we are live on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. And thanks for coming back and joining me. You know, this show is about educating and, of course, giving demonstration of mediumship and psychic abilities, but it's also to educate, and that's what we do here at Empowered Wellness. So tonight, I'm excited to bring back one of my good friends, Stormy. Welcome, my dear. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. I love when we hang together and bring that divine feminine energy forward. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'd like to start the show talking a little bit about the energies right now. So many people are rocked and rolled. And even today, I felt myself having some headache and being tired. And that veil is so thin. I can't tell you how many people reach out to me saying, is this normal? Like, I'm literally seeing so many beings on the other side of the veil. And you know, I literally came home from work, took my shoes off, walked in the grass, sat down, hugged the tree, and I just sat there for a while until I felt like I was reconnected. And that seemed to help a lot. This Sirius portal is a really powerful gateway for us to heal and reconnect to the body, mind, and spirit. And it's just a very powerful time before we hit next month, which is the Lionsgate portal. So what are you experiencing, Carol, and what kind of responses are you getting from your clients?
A lot of intensified energy, that's for sure. And a lot of people are coming to me, you know, for clearings and a little energetic healing, balancing, because we have to let go of all this stuff that doesn't belong there right now. It's done. It's done. So it's real important to keep purging and don't be afraid. Just walk through the portal. I think it's going to be beautiful. It's to the new earth. That's what I heard.
Yeah. And you're right. So many people maybe have poor coping. And when stuff comes up and it's really intense, we tend to want to suppress it or run from it or medicate away from it or something like that. But Spirit right now, and even in my inspirations in the morning, have been talking about sit with it, feel it, let it come up, look at it, find out what it's trying to show you, because it's showing you something. And you want to learn it now so we can heal it and let it go, like you said, and move forward with it. You know, it's really, really important. And it's not easy. This isn't easy work. You know, if it was easy, everybody would be masters at it by now, but it is not easy work. And it doesn't matter how old your soul is, how many years you've been walking this earth plane. It doesn't matter. You're still in human form. So it makes it more challenging each time. You know, for some of us that have been around the earth many times, it's still we're affected. It doesn't matter. Like I try to explain that to people, you know, because some people get in their ego and they think, well, I'm a really old soul and I have this mastered. And you're like, well, that just tells me right there, you haven't gotten it yet. You know, it's really all about.
I agree.
When you're in the human, it's a different experience. And so you have to just learn to figure out what your body's telling you and what emotions are coming. And if you don't know what to do with it, then find people, mentors that can help you shift that stuff, because it's all connected, body, mind, and spirit. So yeah, doing clearings, Carol does great with that, because sometimes you need that energy healing, sound healing, any of those kind of things right now, really powerful. For me, I'm an earth sign and the earth is healing for me. So saltwater baths, I've been taking those frequently this past week, and just sitting in the earth like really reconnects me. And so you got to figure what works best for you. Energy healing definitely is a powerful one too. Like you do Reiki and you do Reiki healings and clearings. And so people really need to think about or try, if you've never tried these things, try them and see how you feel. They definitely help move those issues, just like massage moves those issues out of your tissues. You know, you really got to try.
Get the issues out of your tissue.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So massage works great, but right now with these energies, I feel like sound energy healing is really powerful, and sound bath, sound healing. Use and you can listen to YouTube videos. You don't have to have any of these tools. You can just listen to YouTube videos about the chakras and um, I always mispronounce it, but the Sephago, Fagio frequencies, those are great sound
Yeah.
healings. There's just so many out there that you can really tap into. And the other thing I want to mention quick about this portal is blue. So one thing you can do is wear blue. Picture and imagine a beautiful blue light coming down and healing. I like to picture like the color of angel light, which is like that pretty like sky blue, pale kind of blue color. And it's just so healing and calming. And so picture it coming down from your crown and down through your body and out your feet to Mother Earth, and you're all getting a beautiful blue bath of energy and healing. So that's something else that you can do right now. Blue's very in tune with this portal. And remember, it's all connected to the central sun, and the sun controls the planets. And right now, the sun and Sirius are connected, and it just amplifies this portal. Soon it's transitioning. This is we're on the tail end of it now, but you can still feel the effects for sure. So you're not going crazy. The veil is very thin. If you notice those things, what I tell people is set some healthy boundaries because if you don't set some boundaries, then spirits can get awful close to you. And I don't like that when I'm sleeping. So I set boundaries, no touch. I have ancestors on guard. I have other people in my team always alerting me and kind of being the buffer. So if any of those things have been happening where you're having physical touch or you're seeing a lot of spirits and it's interfering with your sleep, just ask them to back up and ask for some ancestors to help guard you so that you can rest, because they don't always realize we're in human form. We need our rest to function, especially when the energies are high. So that's what I have to say about that. Anything else you want to say about that, my dear?
Yeah, sure. The Sirius portal that we're in today is in the feminine sign of Cancer. So it's basically igniting the divine feminine warrior in us. Warrior, not worrier. We were laughing about that. But yeah, and men are in tune with their feminine energies as well. So I am getting the strong message from Spirit. This is something that you're going to do alone. Okay? You're going to do this alone. This is for you. This is individual for each one of us. And it might be a little different in the way, it's time to let go of hurts. The collective feminine is so wounded. And so we're clearing all of that and going through this portal to the new earth, the new us, Yep. I think it's going to be great.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we have a caller on the line. We have Carly in Victoria, British Columbia. Hi, Carly. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for calling in and joining us.
Okay.
Thank
So
you
you
for
get
doing this.
Stormy and myself tonight. So it's awesome.
Lucky you.
Is there an
what's
area
going
you
on,
want
Carly?
to look at?
Too many choices.
didn't
Can't
hear you,
decide what to do.
I'm sorry. Was there an area you wanted us to look at?
Mine and my husband's finances and his career.
Okay. Well, a card flew out of my fairy deck for you, and this is the Two of Autumn. And this one's talking about bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and an exceptional talent for multitasking. And I feel like this has to do with maybe finances and incomes coming from different ways, and being a little bit more frugal and creative with how you're spending right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was thinking about, or you were thinking about like a 401k, or how you're diversifying your portfolio or anything like this. Caution. I hear caution with all of that right now because of the instability of the market. It's fluctuating. And I feel like now's the time to be still. And if there's like an unhappiness with the current job, kind of ride the wave a little bit give it a little bit of time. I feel like towards the fall is a better opportunity coming, if that makes any sense to you.
Okay.
But a job change right
does.
now, hold off a little bit. Um,
Okay.
there's things behind the scenes. Like initially, it might seem like a good thing, but behind the scenes, it's almost like the same situation. But you just won't know it until you would get into it. So that's why they're saying no, hold off a little bit. Just be a little bit
Yep.
frugal and realize that we can do anything for a short amount of time. And there is definitely a shift with career this year, but later in the year.
Okay. That sounds good. Any ideas in like what type of career?
Well, I feel like it's really important that it has to be piquing the creativity. And I feel like what this is about your husband, correct?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm getting. Like he doesn't feel like he's able to use his own creativity or have his own voice. And
Yeah.
he needs that. He really needs that for his own empowerment. And he has a lot to offer and he's not being valued. So I feel like there may be an opportunity for a unique entrepreneurial role. He has to figure out what really is going to make him happy. And if he jumps to the same thing blindly, I feel like he'll still be unhappy. That's why they're asking him to sit with it for a little bit and see. But he may be able to do something more independent and maybe more online, reaching more people, if that makes any sense.
Okay. It does. It makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Carol, what are you picking up, my dear?
I totally got that. You need to go within for these answers and keep your own counsel. Everything's pretty good. So, rock the boat. I can see that in the past things didn't work out. And your husband's probably thinking about that a little too much. Like things that didn't work out before, it's not going to be like that. Keep your own counsel. So no one steals the ideas that he's got. It's already waiting for, like, it's like the seeds have been planted. It's something that he already, knows what to do. Instigate some changes in the presentation or whatever. And you know what you want more than he does, I think.
Yeah.
Queen of Pentacles,
I'm
she knows
working towards what I want.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
terrifying for me, but
yeah.
One thing
I
that
worry
I
about
got
being
for him,
successful in what I'm pursuing, but
one thing that they just brought up about this for him is that, like what Carol had said, he already has an idea about what he wants to do. He just lacks the drive and the empowerment to make it happen. So they're saying there's somebody out there doing similar he could be looking at. And I feel like it's through some podcast or YouTubes or something that he can get inspired about. And realize that it is doable. And he'd be like, man, I had very similar idea, but I know how to make this better. Like he just needs to put in that little bit of research and let his gut show him where he wants to go.
yes, he has tried some things and they have failed in the past. So he's really tough at it. And I think scared and fearful to try again.
Yeah. And he just needs to realize that if it's his passion, he needs to move it forward. If he wants to ditch it and go in a different direction, he just has to, I feel like he has to reframe it in order to move it forward. He has to tweak it a little bit. But this is all his internal work, like Carol said. He's got to figure that out for himself. But somebody out there is doing similar, and he just has to do the research, and it'll just start sparking all kinds of ideas for him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, but it's going to be good. So tell him to breathe. He gets very worked up. He's very anxious about it. Just tell him to breathe, and it will be just fine.
Okay.
All right, my dear.
So
We're going with much love.
Sorry?
I said we're going to leave that with you with much love.
Awesome. Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much.
You're welcome, dear. We have Melinda with us from Texas. Melinda, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good, good. Well, welcome. Is there an area you'd like us to look at for you?
Relationship.
Okay. All right. And so
I
right
am
away,
a widow of 3 years, and I'm wondering um, what is ahead for me.
well, and I just got chills when I pulled this card. It says the world. And this is a brilliant success, freedom to go in any direction. And the journey is now complete. So, what I'm getting is that this is a big, huge new beginning for you. And from now until the end of the year, I feel like you're really stepping back into who you are. Like the grieving process, you've kind of come full circle. And
Yes.
you've learned a lot about yourself as you went through the process, and you're ready to move forward. I feel like from now until next month is a good time to get really clear about the things that you really think you want now, because that's changed. And you kind of are aware, but they want you to get a little clearer, because when this next portal hits us in the beginning of August, very powerful time to manifest this. So trust it's going to happen. And I feel like you have to get out there and do activities that you enjoy doing. That's where you're going to find somebody. You can't force it. It's going to happen more organic, and it's going to be while you are being the best you. Like if you enjoy hiking or being outdoors, then find those kind of activities and those kind of groups and things like that. And you're going to find somebody that has a like interest, but you're shining your most. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like it's now a time this is matured your soul very quickly, and you have a different perspective now about relationship and what you want moving forward. So I feel like you find a partner that's really in tune with you. Have patience, it's coming. And I hate when they say
Okay.
that, but it's true. Have patience, it's coming.
That sounds good. I'm happy with that.
Carol, what'd you get, my dear? What did you get, Carol?
I'm getting that she's still got some healing to do. There's a lot of things that she feels or that have happened that she doesn't really talk to people about. She carries a burden. Sweet. Yeah. Broken heart still, because you don't want to take that into a relationship. You know what I mean? You want to heal that pain. So when you do find your relationship, or it works out or it goes to the level that you want it to, it's free and clear and fresh. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
That's emotional work for you to do. Decide what you want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important that you remember too, is that, your loved one is still around and wants you to be happy. And now, would you understand that your husband was a jealous kind of guy?
No.
Oh, well, he's telling me I'm not jealous that you move forward. So he wants you to make that clear that he's not jealous. He's not upset. He wants you to find somebody. And he's saying, really? He's like, she didn't realize, like he was not controlling, but very much about you were his, and he wanted to protect you and keep you safe. And he always felt like he needed to keep an eye, a watchful eye,
Yeah.
he's saying. So that's why he's saying to me that he was very protective, a very jealous, like that. Like, not that you would cheat or anything, but like,
Yeah.
he was very cautious about others' intentions.
Yeah.
And so he very much protector. I get like big lion coming forward, and he's saying, don't worry, I'm still protecting from the other side. So he is looking out for you, but he wants you to, he said he's finding the right one for you.
Okay.
And he's going to let you know. He's going to let you know. I feel like when you meet this person, you're going to know that it has the stamp of approval.
That sounds good.
Yeah, he's going to let you know for sure. And when it happens, like he hears you, you still talk to him, and you're going to say, "Oh my gosh, is this the guy?" And you're going to get a clear confirmation. Like you do get clear message that he's still around you, correct?
Yes.
He's going to make it very clear that he's giving his stamp of approval or not, he says. So I don't know if you find something at first that isn't, he's going to make it very clear, like, nope, nope. So you have him being your angel watching over you. So trust and know that he's going to try to his best to keep you safe and protected.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome, my dear. And we leave that with so much love and light.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
this week, you're very welcome, my dear. Carol, let's pull a card for this week. So I feel like it's still us on the tail end of healing. And the card I got is the resolution of difficulties, the weight lifted off your shoulders, and the end of an addiction or codependency, 10 of winter. So, woohoo! So this to me is encouraging that we're working through stuff and there's an ending of negative things, and there's going to still be a lot of things happening globally. So pay attention. There's underlying things behind the scenes about revealing the unseen corruptness. So this is a continuing trend till the end of the year. More and more things are being uncovered, discovered, disclosed. So it's a beautiful, exciting time to be alive. It is the end of some difficulties. While we are not completely out of all difficulties by no means, but some of the emotional, physical, spiritual connection things we can let go of, like we talked about earlier in the healing. And that is where I feel the strongest positivity. What about you, Carol? What you got for the week?
I got love, and it's about oneness. And this is beautiful. It says, in all of life, there's only the illusion of separation. In fact, we're all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about an experience, a sharing, and an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. That's pretty beautiful.
That's gorgeous. That's like the perfect card. Oh, I love that. I mean, that's really awesome. And it's true. It's so, it's so true. And I love the reminder. So thank you, Spirit, for that. And the beautiful way that you presented that. I love it. Yeah, it's awesome. It really, that's what it's about. You know, when you're realizing there's difficulties, you have to go back to we are all one and try to work through your own stuff and not take it out on everybody else around you. It's really, really hard. So oneness for sure is what it's all about. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure having you back, Stormy. Thank you so much. And
so nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we need to continue to do this like at the beginning of the month. Like we'll start it off with reading.
I love it.
Yep.
And I love it. Yeah.
Tell our listeners a little bit about how they can reach out to you.
My email address is ancienthealings with an S @hotmail.com. And you can find me on Facebook, Carol Ryan, REYAN, Stormy in parentheses. That's a good way to get a hold of me.
Perfect. Yes. And you do tarot cards, you do Reiki, you do clearings and that wonderful stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, which is awesome. Candles, and she does awesome candles. So pay attention for that. She's going to go live tonight. And me, you can find me at empoweredwellness.org. I'm always up to things and doing a lot of workshops on Zoom and teachings. I have a developmental circle, and I obviously do readings and keep very busy. So it's been a pleasure having you guys here tonight. I hope that you all have a terrific week, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.